Kia ora Rotorua, ahead in tonight's bulletin. Western Heights High School take out the Rotorua ASB 2014 Stage Challenge with their performance Art is Life. The Rotorua Hospitality Awards hold their first ever live judging event, and the Rere Whakaitu Rodeo celebrates turning 50 by bringing a bit of country to the city focus. Last night, Western Heights High School took out first place with their performance Art is Life at the Rotorua ASB 2014 Stage Challenge. 15 schools from across the region took part over the last 2 nights performing at the Civic Theatre. At yesterday's dress rehearsal, Kitty Danielle caught up with some of the performers in last night's show.
So we've got Western Heights with us now. What's your name, hun?
Kelly, Abby, Callista,
Alex.
All right, guys, tell me what your performance is about.
So our performance tonight is about how art should inspire everyone, and it's not just open to in the galleries. You can take it back to the streets, and it's open and available for everyone.
Nice. It's a bit of a rage in there. Are you having a good time?
Yes.
It is. And are you going to win?
Yes.
Today is a good day, and so the performance is tonight. Are you feeling nervous?
Yep. A little bit. Hopefully I get out there, have a lot of fun and all of that, so yeah.
And Stage Challenge event manager Sarah Jane Phillips says the Rotorua regional shows were incredible and all students, parents and the community should be very proud. Finalists in the Outstanding Barista, Outstanding Chef and Emerging Chef categories in the Rotorua Hospitality Awards have been showing off their talents in a live judging event at Waiariki. It's the first time the awards has incorporated a live judging event, which event manager Vanessa Wallace says is exciting. Finalists in this year's awards were announced at a gala media launch at Volcanic Hills Winery last month, with voting now open to the public.
I'm just ecstatic that the people in the industry have actually grasped the actual whole
the notion of it, the concept of
the awards and run with it.
To meet some of our future hospitality winners, our crew went along to sample the work of first-year hospitality students studying at Waiariki.
One of my aunties asked me if I wanted to, because I wasn't doing anything and I just finished working, so she asked if I wanted to do some studies along the line of hospitality, and that's how I got into the course.
Even my father owns some business in Sri Lanka, so I just want to help him out in those, so I just came to learn more about the hospitality trade.
I'd like to own my own tavern eventually, that's the ultimate goal, but working around the world in industry would be really great.
I like it because it's practical, so you don't need much theory in it, and it's really useful when you go to in the industry.
Throw on your cowboy hat and some boots and get ready to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Rere Whakaitu Rodeo. To celebrate and help promote this year's event, the Rere Whakaitu Rodeo Club members were at City Focus, adding a touch of country to Saturday shopping.
It's not very often we see a horse here in City Focus, but obviously you guys are here for a good reason.
Yeah, mate, here to promote our 50th anniversary for the Rere Whakaitu Rodeo Club. Just doing a bit of I know not many people would see a horse in town, so I thought it'd be appropriate to bring one in for the time being, but he's been mucking around. He's, got to get used to a few things. So.
All right, Clary, the big day, 26th of December, Boxing Day. What sort of things are going to be out at the rodeo?
Well, there's going to be some lovely ladies on fast horses and kids. There's going to be some of New Zealand's finest and top New Zealand cowboys on show, as well as the top broncs and bulls from all around. So she's going to be a top-notch day, mate. And there's refreshments and so forth. So she's all go.
In sport tonight, Sport Bay of Plenty, in conjunction with Sport New Zealand, High Performance Sport New Zealand and national sporting organisations, has launched the Performance Coach Advanced program aimed at developing coaches who are working with pre-elite athletes who are in the performance arena. The aim of the program is to advance the knowledge, thinking, practice and performance of Bay of Plenty coaches. The vision is to see the coaches making a significant change in coaching practices that ensures their athletes are effectively prepared for entry into the high-performance arena. The first 12 coaches selected into the program come from codes ranging from equestrian and golf to canoe slalom and rugby league. To your weather update now. Tonight, heavy rain with chance of thunder, strong easterlies and an overnight low of 9. Tomorrow, Thursday, rain, heavy falls easing at night, strong easterlies, a high of 13 and a low of 8. And the outlook for Friday, becoming fine early, fresh southeasterlies, a high of 15 and a low of 6. And the marine forecast for Lake Rotorua, turning southeast 25 knots and then gusting to 35 knots early in the morning with waves about a metre. There'll be poor visibility in rain, which is going to be heavy at times. Remember, for program listings and other info or to catch up on city news, you can visit our website tvrotorua.co.nz. Still to come in tonight's show, we meet the new manager of English language partners. We cover the Census 2013 Rotorua Forum held earlier this week, and we're at the scene of the latest art being created in the CBD.
As New Zealanders, we may take the English language for granted, but for foreigners moving to New Zealand, it may be quite overwhelming adapting to Kiwi culture. Luckily for them, there are English schools here in New Zealand, and down here at the English Language Partners, they've got a brand new manager, Anna Hayes, and we're going to catch up with her today. Hi Anna, thanks for joining us today on City News. Now tell us about your new job here at English Language Partners.
Kia ora. I've been the manager here for 4 weeks now. Replaced Judy Winiata, who's been here for 30 odd years, I understand, and done a fabulous job in the community. Basically my core role is to manage the functions here, the day-to-day operations. I have about 6 staff, I think, that are paid, that come in on a Monday and Tuesday, and about 40 unpaid volunteers working out there one-to-one in homes with learners.
So their main job is basically to teach people English?
That's our core function, is to teach English. We do, however, offer services over and above that, just to help people actually integrate into society, like learn how to catch the bus and do their shopping and things like that, so that their transition here is as seamless as possible. Yeah.
Now that sounds something really simple for a Kiwi, to be able to catch the bus, but for, say, a Chinese person to come here to New Zealand, that could be completely foreign for them.
It is really difficult, Alan, and I've found that myself on my first day, just trying to converse with people about the level that they should be at in class, or to explain classes on a Monday. As simple as that, it's really quite difficult for people who have no concept of English at all, let alone the climate, just the general environment, really. Yeah.
Now this is a pretty big job here at English Language Partners. Why did you apply?
It sounded exciting to me. I saw it advertised on Trade Me. My background has been in adult education. I've done 12 years looking after adults in various aspects, 8 years with Agriculture Industry Training Organisation, which dealt largely with all aspects of agriculture. 4 years at a wānanga, and then when I saw this position at management level, I thought, wow, perfect timing. I was excited by it and pleased to be here.
How did your time at the wānanga grow you or help you walk into this job?
Hugely. A lot of our learners at the wānanga don't have English as their first language. I think the learning environment there not being so mainstream suits a lot of people. So for me, as a Kiwi, it helped me as well to think outside of the standard mainstream education, which is what we try and offer here as well.
And one of the ethos that I've read about English Language Partners is all about celebrating culture. So how do you integrate that into all these different cultures that come into your workplace?
That's a good question, and again, I'm still learning. For instance, it's Ramadan coming up, which I didn't know anything about, so thank goodness for Google. I've done a little bit of research there, so we must respect that as cultures that come here. Also, last week we had neighbours in our community, so we had Shintana, one of our Thai ladies, tell us all about the Buddhist faith. So there are things that I'm not familiar with that I'm learning in terms of what other cultures are bringing to our diverse society here. Yes, but I believe that we've all got something valuable to learn and share with each other. No one of us is better than the other, and the more we can share our ideas and ideologies, the better that we are as a community.
Well, that sounds really exciting, because I can imagine even with the poster behind us, you have cultures from all around the world. So how many different cultures and different language speaking people have you got here?
Oh gosh, that's another very good question. I know definitely we have Chinese speaking, Thai, Turkish, German, Dutch, Indian, and of course in Chinese there's Chinese and Mandarin, so yeah, lots, Alan. Yes.
That's fantastic for such a small city. We've got so many diverse cultures here in Rotorua, and like I said, you've got an awesome job to be able to introduce Kiwi culture to these people.
Yes, it's exciting, it really is, because people actually want to converse with Kiwis. Yes, our core function is to teach English, and we do teach writing and grammar, but they also want to know what it's like to be a Kiwi. And yeah.
How difficult do they find Kiwi slang?
Oh, quite difficult, actually. Yeah, we had our national annual conference in Auckland just the week after I started, and we ran a workshop on Kiwi slang that was really popular because, people go, "Oh, mean," which is,
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. That's right. And sick, and all these things that people hear when they're waiting at the bus or in the supermarket, but they don't actually know what that means. The literal translations aren't quite the same.
Now, just before we go, and we're almost out of time, if someone's wanting to volunteer, how can they find you?
They can give me a call on 07 350 2395 or drop me an email. It's anna.hayes@englishlanguage.org.nz.
Awesome, nice one. Thank you, appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Well, it's a very wet day just outside the SPCA, and we've walked into this lady walking out the door, and she's just been on a mission. She's just been to an old people's home and taken some little puppies down there to visit. Her name is Julie Cowell. Good morning, Julie.
Hi, how are
you? And she's so many things that I've asked her to explain what she does, so I'll let you take it away.
Okay, I'm a dog trainer at the Rotorua Dog Obedience Club. We train canine good citizens. I'm also a volunteer trainer at the SPCA here. I'm a volunteer with Canine Friends, which is a pet therapy group in New Zealand. But unfortunately my dog died a month ago, so I thought, what am I going to do for these old folks? So I decided that taking the puppies from the SPCA would be a good idea. So they're happy to do that. So each week we go down with a couple of volunteers and 2 puppies. We go down to see the elderly and the rest times, and they absolutely love it.
Oh, I bet they do. And I bet the puppies feel pretty special too.
Yes.
They'd quite enjoy that as well.
Yeah, getting all the attention.
So where did the idea come from?
Canine Friends was started by a lady in Wellington in her 80s. She used to take her own dog to visit her father or some relative in a rest home, and it sort of grew from there. So we have 9 volunteers in Rotorua, and we go to various rest homes. Unfortunately, they don't let us into the hospital, which I think would be marvellous for Rotorua to go to the children's ward.
Oh, yeah.
Other parts of New Zealand, they do go to hospitals, but it's very much a New Zealand thing. Canine Friends. So.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And so what's the reaction of the golden oldies when you take the puppies down?
Oh, their faces light up, and they just want to hold them and pat them and want to keep them, of course. Last week we actually took a cat in with a collar and lead, which was so cute. She wandered around and they were actually quite fascinated, but they just love to pat the dogs. And the staff told me today that after we left last week, they were all smiley and happy and relaxed, and I think it's an extremely good idea that people do that.
And pets do bring something else to a human connection, don't they, than a human connection. I know I have some little pets, and my children call it Noah's Ark at my house. I have 2 cats and a dog, and the relationship between my animals and my children is something completely different than between the children themselves. So can you speak to that a little bit?
Yes. Well, and you can talk to an animal. I remember when I was young that I could go and talk to my dog and tell my dog anything, and she wouldn't sort of
Judge
yell at me
you.
or judge me, yes, or anything like that. She would just sit there and nod her head, and I noticed I have a photo of my daughter doing the same with one of our dogs, with her arm around the shoulder, and I think it's very good for like autistic children who'll more than talk to a dog rather than to a person, or read a book to a dog, because dogs are not judgmental, as you say.
But there's definitely a connection, and I know, especially just in my own experience, a cat will often pick up on somebody's, emotions, won't they? And I often have had little cats when I've been a bit of a sooky bubba come and just sit by me. And so, is there any science behind that?
Well, there is. I think might have been a hospital in America. There was a cat that could actually tell when patients were going to die. Really? And she would actually go and sit on the bed and be with them, and they don't know why or how she knew it, but they'd always know who the next patient was that was going to die.
I hope they didn't tell the patients. They wouldn't enjoy that very much. A little Grim Reaper cat come and sit on the end of their bed.
These were cancer patients who were dying anyway, but the cat always sat with the patient until they'd gone, and I thought that must have been lovely for a person to be able to stroke an animal as they...
Yes, and I can just see the cutest little dog in there. You must get down to the SPCA if you get an opportunity and come and see these animals, because they do bring something home, don't they? They certainly do.
They've got a lot of puppies at the moment that have been dumped and really desperate for homes, and they make beautiful pets.
Oh, they sure do. Well, just a little plug for you now. You do some dog training, don't you? So tell me a bit about that.
At the Dog Obedience Club, we train I do the training for beginner classes, and I also do training for a group called Canine Good Citizen. Now that's a group that's run by the New Zealand Kennel Club. It's endorsed by Ikanuba, and it's actually a worldwide thing. But it's been in New Zealand since about 2003, and there's only 1,000 dogs in New Zealand who have qualified. And there's 4 levels of qualification. There's foundation, bronze, silver and gold. And I'm very lucky that I have a Rottweiler who's now gold.
Ooh, flash, one of the 1,000.
Which means that she's supposed to be well behaved enough to take anywhere. Wow. And my old pointer at 14 years old passed foundation, so it's a good thing to have. They get a little tag to wear, and it's really good. It means that it's creating responsible people and well-behaved dogs.
Well, I think my dog would probably be off the scale the other way.
Oh, we can fix that.
You probably could actually. Thank you very much. And there's a lovely little dog just going past now, little cutie pie.
She's off to the toilet.
She's off to the toilet. Well, good thing it's outside. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck with all of the wonderful things that you're doing with the animals.
Thank you. And go home and have a wash now.
Yes, I think I'm probably going to need a wash after this visit. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Well, over the years, this shop wall here on Pukawaroa Street has been a target for graffiti artists. But over the weekend, a whole bunch of enthusiastic volunteers came down to give it a brand new lease of life. Now, we caught up with Rose Hiha-Agnew, who's from the council, and also BFB founder Warren Tumarai. Hey Rose, busy day here in the CBD of Rotorua, and another exciting initiative happening to revitalise our inner city. So exactly what's going on?
Well, we're working alongside Bully Free Bro, and within their group, the young youth out there are painting the wall, and we're just about to have our quote go up, which is an environmental message from Bridget Holmes from Rotorua School. She's a teacher.
Now, you mentioned BFB is here to help out. You obviously got some good dancing going on there and also helping, but you've got other groups in the community helping as well.
Oh, we do. This project's about cleaning up our city, promoting clean green image and looking after our environment. The other groups that we have got on board, community groups, are St Chad's and Girl Guides. So that will be a project later in the year.
And you've got a team from Kiwanis there cooking up a barbecue as well. It's pretty popular.
Yes, he's a joint Kiwanis and Keep Rotorua Beautiful committee member. So and also our graffiti guy is there helping out.
Now, it's not actually going to be a mural, is it?
No, it's not a mural. It's painting in a bright, welcoming colour, and green sort of ties in with our environment message from Keep Rotorua Beautiful. And the message is just grab some interest when people are walking past and try and keep the area nice and tidy.
You got a good turnout from local residents coming down and checking out, especially with the dancing. So it's always good to see initiatives like this in the community comes along to support it.
I think the good thing about Bully Free Bro is that they've got positive messaging about their positive messaging for youth is not to bully others and be respectful, and I think it's a really good tie-in for what we want to do, positive environmental messaging, and the youth out there are amazing. Those kids are really cool.
Now, you guys have been here for about an hour. You obviously got the first coat down and someone's just fallen off their seat. We got that on camera. But how long do you think before the project's actually finished?
The timeline is just a couple of hours actually, and then the signing will go up and we'll have Bully Free Bro logo on it as well, and the quote will be there, and that's us done. So.
Now the quote's getting done professionally, isn't it?
It is, and that's by Curie from the sign writing company, so that will be going up very shortly.
Cool. Now we love things like this, especially here at TV Rotorua, because we get to meet people like you, we see the public out and about. What other projects have you guys got underway?
We have quite a few things underway at the moment. We're really sort of charting new territory through council, looking at sustainability, and I think on the horizon can be a commercial green map for the city. So that would be icons linking cycleways, things like canopy tours, any eco business or businesses that are very environmental and use sustainable practice.
You've done a great job, haven't you?
I have, yeah, it's pretty good.
So we probably won't be here by the time you finish, but we're going to come back on Monday and film the actual finished quote. So yeah, we'll see you later.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks. Hey Ron, good to see you again. Now obviously BFB is down here to support this new initiative, but how did you guys get involved?
Okay, we were quite fortunate to have Rose from the District Council approach me and ask if we wanted to be part of the graffiti or anti-graffiti project that she runs in the town. Basically it's a fundraiser, so all the money that we make from this event goes towards our youth projects that we run in the schools with our kids for anti-bullying, so it's great.
Cool, well let's chat about that, because obviously you guys you've been around the city quite a bit the last couple of years and obviously getting a good name out there for what you guys are doing, so just give us an update of what you're doing in the schools.
Okay, so what we piloted last year was looking at how do we engage our rangatahi better, as opposed to just me going in there and talking to them about bullying. We needed to find something that could really engage the kids. Once we had their engagement, we could message what we wanted to talk about. So one of the ideas was forming something that kids got into, which was the hip-hop sort of culture, and we found some young ambassadors who were on board the kaupapa who wanted to, who actually had some passion about bullying themselves, and we formed the group, got them some cool shirts, went into the schools, we got them dancing, the kids got into it, and then we were able to talk to them about bullying and being bully-free.
What's the feedback from the kids? Do you get the chance to talk to them afterwards?
Yeah, well, once we've done our presentation and stuff, we've got all these happy kids. They come in a little bit sort of, and then at the end of it, they're smiles and they're high-fiving us and they're asking us questions about, oh, we love hip-hop, where do we go and do hip-hop? And they talk about also, oh, BFB, Bully Free Bro, and they sort of have a good laugh about it. It's just really cool.
Yeah, good stuff. You guys are doing a good job. Cheers, dude.
Thanks for your time.
That was Warren Tumarai, the Bully Free Bro coordinator at Waiariki Puria Trust, talking with Alan Solomon. If you have any news that you'd like to share with us, give the station a call on 07 3488 984 or email news@tvrotorua.co.nz. Thanks for watching tonight. From the team at City News, for Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on